Alright, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be feeding our crested geckos. Here on the table we have a few supplies that we usually use. Every 3 days, this is the routine that we do. As you see, we got our crested gecko food. Got 2 cons. We also got some Rep the Boost. Squeeze bottle. Recommend getting one of these. And if you do more crested geckos, I'm feeding 14. You can get a bigger bottle. These silicone caps. Highly recommend a silicone cap versus the paper cap because they tend to mold quicker. 1 spoon and a little bit of water. So how we're going to do it is we got this envelope. We're going to go ahead and get out some watermelon. We're going to do the 2 scoop watermelon today. Try to just get a little flat, not a mound. 1. 2. We're going to put some regular, but we're just going to do a half in the envelope. Go ahead and seal those up for next time's use. Then we got our Rep the Boost here. Highly recommend using some type of Rep the Boost. Gonna do a 1/4. Rep the Boost for juvenile cresties. For the crested geckos, we're gonna close that up for later. Now that we got our little mix in here, we're going to go ahead and transfer that to the container. Going to take our container lid. Going to take our concoction. And we're just going to let it slide right on in there. Boom. So now that you got your crested gecko food into your squeeze bottle, and you have your empty envelope that you can put to the side. Take the water. Mix it. And after a few times of doing it, you'll get the right consistency. And it'll be perfectly fine. Any leftovers that you do have, put in the refrigerator. Don't recommend keeping it in the refrigerator over 10 days. The consistency I'm looking for is kind of like a ketchup. Give it a few taps. That way all the powder at the bottom can mix up. Look at you. Nice, beautiful concoction. Give it another little shake. Always start off with less water. You could always add, you can't take away. And I think we're right there where we need to be. Touch more, touch more. That's going to be us right there. Give it a nice mix, a few taps. You don't want it too watery, and you don't want it too thick for it. Because if it's too thick, it's going to dry out in a couple hours. You want it to stay good for at least 2.5 days in the silicone before it hardens up. And just put enough in there, that way you can tell if your crested geckos are eating. We're going to go ahead and move our silicone cups on over. Line them up. Boom. We're going to take one more look inside our concoction. Looking good. Going to open our bottle, just a twisty. Open our bottle, and we're going to go ahead and fill them up. So just a little bit, get it all at the bottom, and just squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. And I try to keep it all in one spot. That way you could tell if they're eating and how much they're eating. Just look at that, fellas. Perfect squeezes every time. Check it out. So now when you come back tomorrow or the next day, you'll be able to see how much they're eating. Alright, fellas, well, I hope that helps y'all out on y'all next journey of feeding y'all's crested geckos. Y'all make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Till next time.